A very good morning, my dear students, and welcome to Digital World of Patania Public School. But in previous class, we learned while loop. Now today we start jump statement. Jump statement, and two jump statements are there. One is your break, and second is your continue. So, what do we mean by the break? Break statement enables a program to skip over a part of the code. So break statement is used to skip the part of a code. If you want to skip out any part of the code, then you use the break statement. A break statement terminates the very loop it lies within. So it terminated the loop in between. Exception resumes at the statement immediately following the body of the terminated statements. The following figure 9.7 explain the working of a break statement. So you see beta, first you write down the while statement, then you write down text condition expression here, for example I less than 0, I greater than 0, like this. Then you write down the statement print I and anything. Then for example you are using a nested loop here, so while, and then you use the if condition. Here you write down while and condition, here we write down another if and condition, and then we write down the break statement. So it break out the statement here and directly move here if your loop is terminated here, and your statement number 4 and 5 will be executed here. For example, you see here for variable in sequence statement 1 if condition, then in if condition a break statement. And what is the use of break directly move here, otherwise your statement 2 first to execute it, then your program statement number 3 is executed here. The statement 4 is the first statement after the loop here. Statement 4 is the first statement after the loop. So you see here a program, the following code fragment gives you an example of a break statement. Here you take, we see the practically this here you see, we have taken here a variable, b variable and c variable, and all these we have initialized the value 0. A is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 0. We assign 0 to the multiple variable. This is the way to assign the a single value to the multiple variable. Okay, so here we take this a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to c. So a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0 and c is equal to 0. Now you see here 4 is a loop keyword, I in range 1 comma 21. If your range in 1 to 21, so your lower limit is 1 and your maximum limit is 20. A is the variable name. Here you input input enter number 1. So here you first input the first number, then b input enter number 2. Here you input the second number. If b means your second point is equal to 0, means if your b is 0, print division by 0, error aborting. Why? Because your first number is, for example, 7 and second number is 0, so 0 never divided anything. So 0 when you divide anything from the 0, so your message will be display on your screen division by 0 or error aborting. Otherwise else what we do? Otherwise we do C A, this operator. What is the name of this operator? Floor operator. And floor operator give always your answer in an integer. So you write down here A divided by B. So what they do here? It divide your first number to the second number. For example, your first number is 7 and second number is your 2. So 2 3 is 6. So here your answer is 3. So print quotient is C, and in C your answer of the floor operator, and then your message will be display program over. So run this program. What is the output of this? You see here, first we write down, for example, 7, then we write down here 4, then what is the output? Quotient 1. And now you see your program is continue here. So again you write down, for example, your first number is 8 and second number is 0. Now you see, when you input second number is 0, your program will be terminated and directly your program will be display a message division by 0 error aborting. So this is the use of your break statement. But listen carefully. First time you enter here 7, then you write that down 4, then your answer is 1. 7, when you divide 7 to the from the 4, then your answer is 4 1 4, yes 4, and remainder is 3. So your answer is 1 and your program is over. But your program only message will be display program here, but your program is continue here. Again it want your program enter number 1 8. For example, we have inputted, now we enter here 0 and we don't divide anything from the 0, so your answer is division by 0 error and your program is aborting here. So this is the break statement used. So your program will be break out when you input any 0, and this is we decide in our program. You see here, you see beta here, when your b is equal to 0 and b is your second number, if you input the second number 0, then your answer is your division by 0 error. Okay, so this is the program of your break statement. This is the program of this one is implementation of practically. Okay, now you do the next program. Beta, do yourself program number 9.16. Do in your PC or your laptop, and if any problem in this program, then discuss it with me in Zoom class. And now our next topic is, yes, infinite loops and break statement. With the help of break statement, you also break out or skip your statement in when your program is endless and your program is infinite loop. Sometimes programmers create infinite loop purposely by specifying an expression which always remain true, but for such purposely created infinite loop, they incorporate some condition inside the loop body on which they can break out the loop using break statement. So you see here a is equal to 0. So here we input the value 2 in the a. While true, if our condition is true, then print a, then a multiply 2. So for example, first time your a is 2, so 2 multiply 2 is 4. So if a greater than 100, if your inputting value is greater than 100, then it do the break, otherwise your program will be continue. Okay, so for purposely created infinite or endless loop, there must be a provision to reach break statement from within the body of the loop, so that loop can be terminated. So now here your next statement is continue statement. The continue statement is another jump statement. Two jump statement are there. One is your break statement, second is your continue statement. So continue statement is another jump statement like the break statement, as both the statements skip over a part of the code, but the continue statement is somewhat different from the break. Instead of forcing termination, the continue statement forces the next iteration of the loop to take place. It break out your break statement, break out your program, terminate your program, and skip your code. But continue program jump your directly or a particular condition. So continue statement for the next iteration of the loop to take place, skip any code is between. So you see here while text condition, so here you write down any condition less than greater than anything, and statement 1 is executed if condition. If your condition is, here you write down again any other condition and then continue, otherwise display the statement 2 3 and 4 here. So in the above loop, continue will cause skipping the statement 2 and 3 in the current iteration, and next iteration will start. So for the for loop, continue causes the next iteration by updating the loop variable with the next value in sequence, and for the while loop the program control phase is the conditional test given at the top of the loop. So you see here, for example, same example we have taken here. If a is equal to b is equal to c equal to 0 for I in range 0 to 3, so here we take the range 0 to 3 and then print enter two numbers. So here we inputting a same like in break one number and two number, and if b is equal to 0, then what, then print the denominator cannot be 0, enter again, and your program will be continue, and your program will be reached on the next statement. Else otherwise your program C divided by B, and your answer will be displayed as C. Okay, so you do the practical of this program also, and now your next statement is, better you also do the practical of this 9.17 in a single program, both break and the continue. So you do the practical of this also. So now we do the loop else statement. We have already done the loop else statement. Here we do now a program. Yes, we do the program of this now. Program that search for prime number program. Just give me 1 second, beta. Yes. Now see the program. Now we make a program that search for prime number from 15 through 25. So here do the practical implementation of this program. Open your program and prime number. Okay. So you see here, beta, prime number for num in range 15, 25. So here our number between the 25 to 15 to 25. So our inputting value is 15 to 25. For I in range 2, num, and in num is your 15 or 25, maybe 16, maybe 17, maybe 18, anything. If num mod I is equal to 0, so if you remember, when you divide num with the I, then always your answer is 0. Your remainder if is 0, then j is equal to num divided by I, then num always divided by the I, and print found a factor for factor 4, and here you see num. So num is your number will be displayed here. For example, your 16, 17, any number here. After that break, and after breaking else, otherwise print number is a prime number. Okay, so you see here the output of this. See, factor found a factor for 15, found a factor for 16, 17 is a prime number. Found a factor for 18, 18 factor, 19 is a prime number. Found a factor for 20, 21, 22, and 23 is a prime number. Found a factor for 24. So 15 have the factors, 16 have the factors, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24 all have the factor, but 17, 19, and 23 is the prime number. So it displays the prime number and the factored number of in numbers between the 15 to 25. Okay, so upper limit is your 25, so u minus 1 is 24. So again move on your book. So you see here, but one more difference here, when you write down same program again if you write down the same program, and we decide this p started from the here. Okay, then run this. We change the indentation of this. So see, indentation error will be displayed on your screen. Okay, but if you decide one tab here, then again run this program. Okay, so again expected an indentation blur, and again you change it. Change the print command here. So again we change it, and now again run this program. Now you see no error is there, and your program will be executed smoothly. So this is the indentation. So be careful with the indentation beta. And after that again better do this program in your PC or your laptop. Do yourself 9.2, and this is done by us. And break, yes, this is the left one. Okay, see beta, here is a program. Yes, program number 9.8, do yourself. And after that your program number 9.19, also do yourself. And I have also show you the output of this. But here you see program to input a number and test if it is a prime number. Here the program has some change. If you input a number and your inputting number is a prime number, then it display the answer it is a prime number. Otherwise it display the answer it is not a prime number. For example, if you input the 7, then it display the answer it is a prime number. But when you input the value 6, then it display it is not a prime number. So how you do the practical of this program? Again open it. You see here. So here we take one variable like num, and here we input the num. Num is equal to int input, enter a number. After that we write down if num greater than 1. If our number is greater than 1, then what we do? Then for, then we write down the loop here for I in range 2 comma num. If num mod I equal to 0, if our inputting number divided with the I and our remainder is 0, then is not a prime number. But if remainder is any number, then your remainder is prime number. So after that you write down the here break, and then you write down else print number and is a prime number, otherwise it print is not a prime number. So see the difference here before prime number, and this is your also the prime number, but here we find out factor number or your prime number. But here we find out if our inputting number is prime number, then it display the prime number, otherwise it display the is not a prime number. So here you see we input the number 8 and it display 8 is not a prime number. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, so 2 is the 8 is the factor of 2 and 4, so 8 is not the prime number. So run this program again run this program, and now you are inputting value, sorry, now you are inputting value, for example 7. So now you see your answer is 7 is a prime number. So it is a calculate the prime number when your inputting number is a prime number or a not. Okay, so beta do yourself also, and I am also display you answer here implementation of this prime number. Okay, so one more here, your nested loop. Yes, very important here again. Your nested loop. Your last one topic of this chapter is nested loop. In nested loop, you when you write down any loop within the loop, then you use the nested loop. A loop may contain another loop in its body. This form of a loop is called nested loop. But in a nested loop, the inner loop must be terminated before the outer loop. This is very important, beta. Your inner loop is must terminate before the outer loop. So what is the outer loop here? This is your outer loop and this is your inner loop. So outer loop always terminated after the inner loop. So inner loop always terminated first and outer loop terminate after the inner. The following is an example of nested loop where is a for loop is nested within another for loop. For example, you see the output of this also beta. So yes, you see the program of this. For example, we take the for condition here. So for is a keyword. I have taken here one variable I, and then in is a operator, and then we write down range function. And range function we have write down here 1 comma 6. So our value is 1 to 6. So first 1 2 3 4 5 6. But 1 2 here we don't display the number, here we display the one time, two time, three time, four time, five time, six time. What we want to display? We want to display the star. So here you write down anything that you want to display on your screen, and this is your inner loop for j in range, and starting from the 1 and end from the I, and in I 1 to 6. So your maximum value is 6. So print star and then and means your if you want to display some space between the first and second, then you write down single quotes and then print blank. Okay, so what is the output of this? So you write down here, you see the output of this. First time one star is displayed, then two star is displayed, then three star is displayed, and then fourth star is displayed here. But if you want to change this, then you can change it. Okay, we want to display here 7. Okay, then you run this program. Okay, now you see the output 1 times 7, then in next line 2 times 7, then in next line 3 times 7, and in next line 4 times 7 will be displayed here. Okay, so but if we change this with the 9, then what happened? Okay, see the output of this, and we see here. So your program will be generated in like this. So this is your nested loop program. So do the practical of this beta, do the practice of this. Practice is very important in language. So here maybe your, yes, another program is here beta for outer in range. For example, 5 10. So your lower limit is 5 and your maximum limit is 9, and we give the step gap between 4. So first is your 5, then 4, 6 7 8 9. So difference of the 4 point is 9. So first time it display the 5, then it display the 9. For inner in range, starting from the 1, and then outer means your this one 1 to 9. Okay, and then 2 to differentiate here. So first time it display the 5 5 of this, and then display 1. Okay, then 2 difference, again it display the, again it display the 5, and then it give the 2 gap. So here it display the 3. So the outer produce when the outer is equal to 5. But when your outer is 9, then first time 3, then it display the 5, then next time it display the 7. So this is the output of your inner and output. See the explanation of this. Change in outer value, we change the outer value, and inner value go over after value 3 is iteration. Change in outer value, okay, again your change. First time your value is 5 and next time your value is 9, so your value is changed here. So inner loop got over after 7's iteration is going. Let us understand how the control moves in a nested loop. For a in range 3, so here we decide the 3, and b in range 5 comma 7. So here we decide also the upper limit, so 5 to 6. Okay, so print a and then print b. So you see here, a first time it display the 0, again 0, and b now is 5 and is 6. Then next time it display the in a your range is 3. So your range 3 means 0 1 2, 0 1 2. Okay, but 5 or 7, so we decide here 5 and 6, because your lower limit is 5 and upper limit is 7, and always your upper limit minus 1, so your upper limit is 6. So 5 and 6. So when your outer loop is 0, then 5 and 6. If your outer loop is 1, then your 5 and 6 again inner loop. If your outer is 2, then your inner loop is 5 and 6 again. So this is the explanation of your outer loop and the inner loop. Okay, and we have already discussed this. Better do the practical of this and break statement in a nested loop. We have already discussed the nested loop, and here our, yes, this program we have already discussed prime number from the 15 to 25 with the break statement. We have already done this program. So beta, here our chapter number 9 is completed. Do the practical of this program, and learn this program chapter also. And your homework is beta, learn the chapter number 9 and make the notes